Gilas Pilipinas fell short in their comeback bid from 20 points down against Georgia, 96-94, but still secured its spot in the semifinals of the FIBA Olympic Qualifying Tournament in Latvia. Despite the loss, Gilas will still march on to the penultimate round by virtue of superior quotient, as Georgia needed to beat the Philippine team by 19 points to advance. After a fiery start against Latvia less than 24 hours prior, the Philippines saw Georgia flip the script, racing off to a 16-0 blitz in the opening period, en route to a 20-point lead in the second as the world number 23 squad gained early control of the match. But Gilas soon found its rhythm in the last two quarters to turn it into a close contest and eventually trim the gap to secure a berth in the crossover semifinals. Justin Brownlee once again led the Nationals with an impressive 28-point, 8-rebound, 8-assist showing. Dwight Ramos shot 4 triples for 16 points, while CJ Perez caught fire in the fourth, unloading 12 of his 14 markers. Up next for Gilas will be world number 12 Brazil on Saturday, 8:30 p.m. Well, one man who is there in Latvia to witness the live action and history is former Gilas head coach Chot Reyes. Good evening. Welcome to the Big Story, Coach.
Good evening, Gretch. Hello, Regina and Sean. Kumusta kayo dyan?
Long time no speak, Coach.
Coach, good to know you're still there, still supporting our national team. And we just made history. For the first time in 64 years, we beat a European team. The last time was in 1960 in the Rome Olympics versus Spain. Kamusta? Your thoughts on how Gilas has been performing against Latvia and Georgia?
It's incredible, really. I mean, here's a Riga, very nice, ang gaganda ng tanawin, very nice side, but nothing was a better sight than the final score, the game against Latvia last Wednesday. I mean, the play, fantastic. Coach Tim just coached a masterful game. Galing. We dominated all throughout. The powerhouse team, right? Latvia can. We controlled the game from start to finish. And that's why yesterday, we could have really won that game. Coach Tim could have really gone for a game tying or even winning play, but we played the percentages. There was no use to go into overtime because a 1 or 2 point loss the semis. And that was the objective of the team coming here, to get to the semis, to give us a shot at getting to the Olympics.
How did you feel when you saw what happened to Kai Soter early in last night's game? Yung parang nahulugan siya sa ulo. Did you feel, I know our roster is a bit short, no? Parang they're just 11, Coach. And I know that you're also close to Coach Tim and you used to be his assistant coach. In fact, during the Alaska Glory days back in the day. How are you feeling now that you're there, mostly as a fan, and you don't have to, handle all the bashing. You don't have to handle any of that. You can really enjoy for the first time.
Wait, we don't know if he's there as a fan.
I think he's there as a fan.
Do you have an official role, Coach?
Correction. No. I'm just here as a fan, as a supporter. I'm just a fan, and I'm still getting bashed up to now.
Okay, not gonna lie. I have seen
talaga,
those.
My role is just to the head cheerleader. I led the singing of the Pambansang Awit, and when the fans, grabe yung fans dito, some people came over the 19-hour bus ride just to come here, and medyo down sila when we were down by 20 points, and I decided to continue. My role here is just to support in whatever way I can. And of course, Tim and I, we tech not only here in the we detect each other all the time. But grabbing adjustment yesterday, when we were down by 20 points, Coach Tim, the coaching staff decided to go down to a 2-3 zone, which Coach Tim very hardly does. But yesterday, the situation called for it. He made the adjustment. And we down, and now we're in the semi. Galing ng ganda ng experience. Fantastic coaching.
I have a phone-in question from Riza Diaz, Coach, one of our co-anchors who follows sports, of course. She says, we play Brazil, who has 6 guys with NBA experience. What do you think needs to be done to beat them, noting that we have never beaten them in all 4 meetings of the national teams between the Philippines and Brazil?
With this team, all the statistics, all the credentials, you can throw them all out the window because this team has no fear. Coach Tim has prepared the players physically, mentally, and emotionally. From the start, he said, we're on a mission. We're on a mission to win this tournament. To win this tournament because that's the only way we get to the Olympics. So on paper, it's stronger. Latvia on paper was much stronger than the Philippines, but look what happened. So, I have great optimism and great confidence going into tomorrow's match.
Okay, Coach, I want to know your thoughts on the performance of Kai Sotto. He did so well in that Latvia game, 18 points. And pag tinignan mo yung highlights ni Kai, no, ang bilis. Parang he has improved a lot in speed, agility. He has gelled well with this team. Your thoughts on the way he's playing his game?
Yeah, we're seeing the real Kai Sotto. In the injured Kai, when he was with us in the World Cup, remember he was coming off a back injury. He was nursing back spasms and all that. He was never 100%, but we're seeing what he can really do. He had a fantastic first game. I'm really very worried about what happened to him yesterday. Fortunately, just a bruise. But I asked him how he is. He said there's no fracture, negative naman yung x-rays and all that. But it's just, so he can't do this. Hindi niya maiangat because it's a rib, the bruised bone here sa rib niya. But hopefully we have a break today. We will need him for tomorrow.
Okay, Coach, what do you think has gone right for this team? I mean, just as we mentioned, they beat world number 6, came as close to Georgia. I mean, is it the focus on defense? Kasi yung triangle offense, sinabi ni Coach Tim, ginawa niya yun because it helps him defend. Same with the zone defense, the fast adjustments. Is it that focus there, or do you think it's the leadership of Justin Brownlee, the long relationship? I mean, can you enlighten us what's been happening right for the Gilas squad?
When teams are playing at this level, there is never just one thing. It's always a confluence of factors. So you on the head. It's a combination of all those things. First of all, Coach Tim's focus on defense. Latvia is a very potent offensive team, but we shut their offense going, and that gave us a lot of opportunities to score on offense. And then yesterday, like I said, we were down 20. That good adjustment to play the zone really worked wonders. Pasensya na maingay because it's suddenly pouring downhill dito sa Riga. So that's number one, the focus on defense, and then the leadership of Justin, but also the inspired play of the local Chris Newsom, Dwight Ramos, the guys yesterday. I thought the second unit,
CJ
of course,
Perez.
Lumar Fajardo, and then the second was great. CJ Perez and Carl Tamayo off the bench, Calvin Octana. They were very important. So, ganun yung when teams are playing at a very high level, it's always a confluence of factors. So, all of those three things are, nagkaka-perfect storm. So, ang ganda talaga ng momentum natin going into tomorrow.
Yeah, to think, Coach Chot, that they played 2 games in less than 24 hours, and they looked really tired and worn out also. Even after just the first game, how will they rest and recover? You have 24 hours basically to kind of recover. What is the secret with professional teams like this? Is there some specific routine that they do?
If I tell you, I have to kill you.
Stem cell joke.
Alam na ni Coach Tim yun right now. now the recovery, that's just as important. The emotional, physical, and mental recovery, that's what is going to prepare you for great physical performance. So I think that's number one on the, and that's why if you saw yesterday, when we got the lead down already in the fourth quarter, Coach Tim was already playing the second more often because he's coaching the tournament. He's not coaching just that yesterday's game. Okay na eh. We already got the deficit down to a match. So Coach Tim is already preparing. So number one to answer your question, Sean, it's really the recovery they're right now undergoing to prepare them for tomorrow. And it's just not physical. That's all I can tell you. It's not just physical. It's emotional, mental, psychological. Those are all very important things for the players to make them at 100% tomorrow.
And dare I say, you could really tell from the players that they were just in a different
Good
mindset.
zone.
They were in a good
in the
place.
zone.
Yeah.
Coach, with the benefit of hindsight, and now that you're able to observe the players from afar, what would you do differently, if any, during your time as coach for Gilas Pilipinas, in particular during that time in the lead up to last year's FIBA World Cup? Would you have done anything differently?
Well, just Justin Brownlee didn't get injured. That was very important.
So,
Okay.
Coach, are you still there? You're a bit choppy.
sorry, you're coming across quite choppy to us. Sorry, Coach.
Yeah. Sorry, the signal is
Oh my.
really chopping. I think the rain isn't helping either.
Well, Coach, alam natin, dadaan tayo sa butas ng karayom to be able to clinch an Olympic spot. How are you seeing that to be made or turned into reality? What do we need to do to be able to qualify for the Olympics?
Dasal. We all need to pray. All positive vibes. The players are all focused, anchored down in their hotel. No distractions. Coach Tim and the coaching staff. They see Brazil almost lost that, almost crashed out because they were down 20 as well in the second quarter last night's game. So Coach Tim learned a lot from the game. So, all of those things are taken care of. The players are ready to play. For us, mga Pilipino, dasal ang kailangan ng team na to. Konti pa dasal, konti pa.
Marami namang Pilipino po dyan na nanonood, nag-cheer live, sumusuporta.
Ang dami. Nakita ko sa video. We had a significant
Yeah.
fan base.
Oo. O sige, i-cheer niyo po kami, Coach Chot, tsaka huwag niyo po kalimutan yung pasalubong namin. Just kidding. No, good to see you. Good to see you there. Always helps to see familiar faces to boost the team's morale. Thank you so much for joining us and helping us understand what it's like over there in Latvia. Former Gilas Pilipinas head coach Chot Reyes.